Hi guys, here we are playing the Grand Tour game, as we are going for episode 12, because that's what we're going for, episode 12. And I have no clue what this is going to be because I have not seen it.
Coming up in this week's show, James stands next to a car, Richard pulls a face, and some Toblerone falls over. It is an action-packed show, but we start with Lancia. I've said many times that over the last 100 years, no one has made more truly exciting cars. There was the Integrale and the Stratos and the Fulvia and the 037. The list goes on, and yet all they make today is a steaming pile of ordure called the Ypsilon. Look at it. I would rather have a maggot-infested wound than drive one of those. Honestly, makes me sad that they've been reduced to making that, and it turns out I'm not the only one. There's a man in Italy called Eugenio Amos who looked at the old Delta Integrale and found himself wondering, what would it be like if Lancia made it today? How would it feel? How would it go? And then he stopped wondering and decided to find out. This is what he came up with. The engine is a 16-valve 2-litre turbo, as it was before, and it has new rods, new pistons, a new turbocharger, and a lot of electronic tweaking, so now it develops 330 horsepower.
Yep, I'm driving the Aerodrome. Backwards.
I love this car precisely because it isn't an Audi. And I love it because someone cared enough to make it. And I love it most of all because it's giving me my youth back. It is a bloody brilliant car, this. Oh, God. It develops 330 horsepower. Go. I love this car precisely because it isn't an Audi. And I love it because someone cared enough to make it. And I love it most of all because it's giving me my youth. It's a bloody brilliant car, this. Come on.
Over.
That's 140 more than you got in the old car. And there's more good news. Most of the body panels and suspension components are now made from either aluminium or carbon fibre. Well, that's interesting. That's 140 more.
Sorry, I pressed the button by accident.
And there's more good news. Most of the body panels and suspension components are now made from either aluminium or carbon fibre. And there are two advantages to that. Number one, they won't rust. And number two, they're light. And because of all this work, this car is pretty quick. There's a fair bit of period turbo lag, as you can hear. But when it gets on song,
bloody hell! This is the right way. Okay, give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment.
Now we go on to the really fast bit. Oh, dear me. This is quite scary through here.
Already gold.
Oh, God, that looks tricky. Speed is the answer. Oh, God.
Damn it. I'm sure my fingers are steroids. Polar beans. Oh, either my time. I think I did. Bad. Can I be honest? I don't like this car. Yes, it's a decent car and it's fast. But I don't like it. Like, no, I don't. It feels corrupt. Feels ugly.
It does 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. And flat out, it'll be doing more than 160 miles an hour. The best thing, though, is that all the understeer you got in the original car has been replaced with an extraordinary amount of grip and neutrality. You have got to love the Italians, haven't you? I mean, Eugenio said a lot of the stuff in here wasn't working because if it was working, then it would be an Audi. There is, however, one problem. It costs £250,000. Integrale, here we go. Didn't bother filming it, but we haven't got the time. Well, no, look at it this way. It's actually the same speed as a BMW M2.
I think I can also claim quite reasonably that the old Mercedes A45 would go around the track faster than that.
Yeah, and be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yes,
Just a fact.
but
What?
everything on a Mercedes would work. And who wants that? Be dull. It's what Eugenio was saying. You don't want German you aren't in the Italian frame of mind, you
Oh,
two.
we're not?
No, you're not. That's the trouble. Has anyone here got an Italian car?
No, they're not here, are they? They didn't make it.
Yes, that is a good point, actually. It's also very windy, and before the tent blows away, we should get on.
We should.
Yeah.
We must move on.
Yeah, let's move it on. Now, earlier on, Jeremy was listing all the wonderful and remarkable cars that Lancia have made over the years. But let's not forget, Porsche has also made some rather remarkable cars.
Absolutely. There was the 911. There was another sort of 911. There was a slightly different 911 that was green.
Yes, I know. But this year marks the 50th anniversary of what I think must be the greatest Porsche of them all.
Is it a 911?
No.
No. 911?
Called the Porsche 917. And even if you have no interest in motorsport, you'll most likely recognize this machine.
Yeah, I do recognize it.
Because it's quite possibly the most iconic racing car ever created. The first thing you need to know is that although the 917 looks like a big, wide car, actually, it isn't. I'm in. God,
Gonk.
it's tiny.
Am I getting to drive this bad boy?
Porsche is the most successful car maker ever to race at Le Mans. They have 19 victories to their name. But this is the car that started it all. This is the car that gave them that all-important first win.
Dang, this car has some serious grip.
The following year at Le Mans, on the way to another crushing victory, it would go through the speed traps at over 241 miles an hour, a record that stood for more than 20 years. And in that same race, it was so fast it would cover a total of 3,350 miles, a distance record that would stand until 2010.
Playing too much bumper cars. Double shortcutting. Who can beat the time?
Concentrate, look to the bend. This is quite a complicated one. Yes, come on, come on, come on, come on. Just astonishing. Imagine this for a 24-hour race. Even though it's a 50-year-old car, the 917 is fast by the standards of any decade. 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. Top speed, 224 miles an hour.
Right drop. Oh my god, I'm going driving backwards!
Go. Quite slow there. Oh, yes! And it was built without compromise, using the absolute bare minimum of materials. So, for example, this bodywork, which is very close to my head, it's fiberglass, 1.2 millimeters thick. That's it. Now, in front of me, I have a big rev counter, an oil temperature gauge, and an oil pressure gauge. That's all the information you get. If those are reading correctly, that means the engine isn't going to blow up, and that means it will pin it.
And this is where I'm gonna end it all for today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with some more the Grand Tour game. Wish y'all a good day, a good week. And peace, my brothers. Have a nice day. Bye bye.